Welcome. In front of me is an INFINIX Note Edge, and today I will show you how you can hard reset this device through settings. So, before I get started with the actual resetting, I do want to quickly talk about a couple of things that will obviously happen and how to basically prepare for it. So when resetting your device, obviously all your data will be deleted from your phone. So first, you probably would want to check if your data is backed up, and if it's not, then do so before you reset your phone, as once it's done, once you reset it, you can't regain the data. So there is going to be probably different ways you can approach this, depending on what the reason of your reset is. So let me quickly check if there's something like a clone. Yep, there is a mobile cloner. So in any case, let's start off with the probably most common backup that people do, which will be done through Google. So that's going to be somewhere in here under, I presume, System and Backup to Google Drive. And I'm not signed in, so I can't even back it up really, but it shows me right here if my device would be or wouldn't be backed up. And it says that it's not, as photos and videos are disabled as a backup, and other device data, which includes things like your contacts, call history, device settings, app data, SMS, MMS messages, are not also backed up. Now, I do want to kind of talk about this if you're planning to use Google, as that's usually what people do. And for the most part, I think a lot of us are actually just syncing our data to Google unintentionally, because Google just tries to steal your data no matter what. And just to clarify this, typically when you open up something like your photos as an example, right? There we go. Photos, you typically get either this, where if you're not signed in, when you sign in, you get similar page, but basically it gives you the option to, or not option, it just gives you a bullshit little confirmation right here to start syncing your information, right? And you might click on it by mistake at one point. The moment you do, Google's like, whoa, our data, it's time to take it. Even though you literally just tripped up, and they will be persistently spamming with this shit every time you open up your Photos application, or every so often, to wait for you to finally make that mistake so you sync it. Now, I consider this to be absolute fucking theft of data. If someone is just constantly bringing something up in hopes that I screw up eventually, so they just yoink my data, that wasn't consensual. That was just straight up theft. So typically, any kind of options here, I would probably presume people that are like me were thinking that by just sheer scam of Google. Additionally, I do want to talk about this, the data specifically right here, other device data. This is just bullshit. And you should not rely on this at all. So it tells you that the most important thing that it backs up supposedly is things like apps and app data. Now, neither one of these two listed things that I mentioned, it does. So let's be just straight up, it doesn't. App data would imply that it backs up information about everything about the application. So if something like Netflix, you back up something like Netflix, that should maintain all the settings of the Netflix, which there probably isn't that many, but also under that app data, the information of your signing in. So you should, when you're restoring app data, you should be re-signed into an application, because the app data literally holds that info. So obviously we can be sure that this is not one of the things that it does, as usually you need to re-sign into every application. So anyway, that's one thing. Another is the apps themselves. So let's give you a little bit of a kind of info. So let's say there's Little Timmy. And Little Timmy downloaded from Play Store Yuzu emulator when it was still available there, before Nintendo Hit Squad found out that someone had the audacity to make a Nintendo Switch emulator. Once they found out, they got their goons, they got their absolute hit squad, the Avengers of lawsuits, and they send it to not Little Timmy, they send it to the creator of Yuzu. And the creator of Yuzu decided, shit, you know what, I think I prefer to go to war with the US rather than win with the Nintendo Avengers there. So he removed that application, either he or Google, as let's be honest, the Avengers from Nintendo, they will just spread these legal documents like it's freaking cancer everywhere where they possibly can. So either Google removes it because it somehow infringes on something, or the creator because he prefers not to be sued for millions and millions of dollars in damage. And whichever one it is, little Timmy downloaded the application, the Yuzu one, when it was still on Play Store. And he had it ever since. Now little Timmy wants to reset his phone and create a backup of it so he doesn't lose it, because he found out that Yuzu isn't on Play Store anymore. Now he doesn't know why, but hey, it shouldn't really matter why. It's on his phone, that's really all that matters. And he creates a backup, which clearly states it backs up apps and app data. Now this isn't app data, this is apps end. So it should be backing it up that is on his phone. Now, little Timmy then backs it up. It tells him, yay, it succeeded. Everything is backed up. You're all good, golden. Let's go. So he then resets his phone. I mean, Google told him everything is fine, right? And, well, he resets his phone and then tries to restore some of his applications, including the one that was near and dear to his heart, the Yuzu emulator. Well, tough shit, because Yuzu emulator hasn't been restored. Now, little Timmy could be starting to panic because clearly said that it backed it up, but it didn't restore it for some reason. And the reason why it didn't restore it is because, well, the application is no longer on Play Store. So this piece of shit backup doesn't actually back up anything, like the name states, which is a lie. What it does is just kind of gives itself a little cliff note. You know what? This phone used to have Yuzu emulator. So if you can, that's a big kind of asterisk, if you can, download it from Play Store, as that's where it came from. And then the backup kind of, or the restore process goes like, cool, Play Store, Yuzu, boy, there's nothing like that here. This application doesn't exist. Must have been a glitch. Must have been my imagination. And it just doesn't do anything in this case. So it doesn't actually back up apps in this case, which it clearly says that it does in both of these cases. So in any case, that's why you shouldn't really rely on it. And furthermore, if application came from outside of Play Store, well, Google just kind of looks at it as not our circus, not our monkeys. And it's also now kind of proactively seemingly trying to be like, well, not our circus, not our monkeys, but we sure as shit won't be allowing any new circuses to exist. So time to burn them down to the ground. Google's way to try to prevent you from installing third-party applications, or basically any application, more like from outside of Play Store. If they don't have control over it, they can't make money off of it, you surely shouldn't be able to install it. That's what Google is trying to basically achieve right now, with the pretext of, it's all for you, for your security. Think about the children. We're helping you. You never asked for it. Actually, you might be completely against it, but we did it for you. So yeah, completely disregard this piece of shit, to be honest, and use the mobile cloner. Now, this will be an application that you can use if you got a new phone, or if you also have an old phone, you can also utilize this partially. So if you have an old phone, you're moving to a new one, whichever one, you can use either this or a different application, which I'm going to explain quickly. But this will be what you will want to use as a general idea, a cloning application, as they are absolutely fantastic. I have nothing but positive things to say about these usually, as they do allow you to move every data, no matter where it's from, no matter how much of it is. As I didn't mention, Google only limits you to 15 gigabytes of photos and videos. That is usually the free tier of your account. If you have more than that of your photos and videos, those get left behind. So as a backup, it's also kind of shit in this. This kind of process, the cloning one, doesn't care how many gigabytes of your data you have. It's going to move it all as long as your other phone has enough space on it. So to give you a quick example, if you're planning to create a backup and you have an old device, if that old device is also an Infinix, you do have the mobile cloner. What you'll want to do is basically download and use the application of the phone that you're moving the data to, regardless if this is a backup or restore. Obviously, if you move it to like this phone, right, and then you want to move it back here, you'd be using the application of this phone. But when I'm moving it to this one, I would be using the application of this phone, as I'm using the one that the data gets moved to. So I would kind of be moving to both of them at the end of the day. but I'm starting off with moving it to, for instance, Samsung. So I would need to download Samsung's version of this kind of application. And different brands have different names for these. Not every brand has their own application like this. Infinix does. OnePlus, Vivo, Oppo, and Realme, all four have the same one called Clone Phone. Huawei also has their own called Phone Clone, so the other way around. Samsung has Smart Switch. Motorola has Moto Move, and Xiaomi has Mi Mover. So you can use any of these kind of applications. If you're planning to move to one of those devices, if those are your old or new device, then you just download whichever brands you're going to be moving data to application on this phone, connect these two phones together, move the data, and you're good to go. Now, if you're migrating to that new device, that's it. You're basically done. Your data is now backed up on that new device, and you don't need to worry about it anymore. If you have an older device that you're just kind of using as a dummy for storing your data, let's say this Samsung is the old one, right? I can move it to here using the Smart Switch on this phone, but then subsequently I would need to download the mobile cloner on this phone to move it back to the Infinix. But trust me, it does require a little bit of couple steps and downloading applications, but it's well worth it. It's much better than Google ever will allow you to have with their kind of crappy backups. So initial kind of downloading applications, pain in the ass, usage, absolutely smooth, fast, amazing. Okay, so with all that out of the way, your device most likely backed up by now. Let's move to our system settings right here. And we're going to navigate to a reset phone, which is the second last option. And from here, you want to select or reset all data. Give it a moment. It will tell you that it's going to delete everything that is listed right here, which by now we should have everything backed up. It also could potentially list accounts that are signed in on the device. I have none, so nothing listed here in this aspect. But anyway, we're going to select erase all data. Now when you press on it first time, you will get a screen lock probably pop up. If your device is protected, you have PIN, pattern, or password, that will show up. You need to verify it, and only then will you get this screen right here, or this window, letting you affirm this process with a quick message: erase all data permanently. All of your personal information, including downloaded apps and SIMs, will be deleted. You cannot undo this action. Erase all data. Now this process will take probably about 2 minutes to finish up, and when it's finished, we will be presented with Android setup screen. So I'll be back once that is visible for me. And as you can see, the process is now finished, and you can set up your device in whatever way you want. So, if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.